What if one of the most powerful things you could do for your health costs less than $1 a day and most people are barely getting half of what they need? We're talking about fiber, and right now, an entire movement called Fibermaxxing is taking over health corners of the internet, and honestly, the science behind it is absolutely wild. So today, we're breaking down exactly what Fibermaxxing is, why your gut is practically begging you for more of it, and the simple, practical ways you can start doing it today. Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, what even is Fibermaxxing? The name sounds like something a supplement company invented, but it's actually a grassroots wellness trend where people are intentionally and aggressively maximizing their daily fiber intake. Think of it like going from a trickle to a full-on flood when it comes to plant-based roughage in your diet. The movement has been blowing up on TikTok, Reddit, and wellness forums, with people reporting everything from dramatic weight loss to clearer skin, more stable energy, and even better mental clarity. And here's the thing, they're not making it up. The science genuinely backs this up. The current recommendation from health authorities is around 25 grams per day for women and 38 grams per day for men. But studies show that the average American is only getting about 15 grams. That's less than half the recommended amount. And Fibermaxxers? They're aiming for 40, 50, sometimes even 60 or more grams per day. That might sound extreme, but ancestral diets, meaning what our hunter-gatherer ancestors actually ate, contained an estimated 100 to 150 grams of fiber daily. So in the grand scheme of human history, we're the extreme ones for eating so little of it. Now let's talk about what fiber actually does inside your body, because this is where things get seriously fascinating. There are two main types of fiber, soluble and insoluble, and you need both. Soluble fiber dissolves in water and forms a gel-like substance in your gut. Think of it like a sponge that slows down digestion, which helps stabilize your blood sugar and lower LDL cholesterol, that's the so-called bad cholesterol. Insoluble fiber, on the other hand, doesn't dissolve. It acts more like a broom, sweeping through your digestive tract and keeping things moving. Together, these two types are basically your gut's best friends. But here's the part that really changes everything, and it's the big reason Fibermaxxing is more than just a trend. When you eat fiber, you're not just feeding yourself. You're feeding the trillions of bacteria that live in your gut, collectively known as your gut microbiome. These bacteria ferment fiber and produce something called short-chain fatty acids, compounds like butyrate, propionate, and acetate. These short-chain fatty acids are incredibly powerful. Butyrate, for example, is the primary fuel source for the cells lining your colon, and it plays a major role in reducing inflammation throughout your entire body. Emerging research is now linking a healthy gut microbiome to everything from immune function and mental health to metabolic rate and even longevity. So when you eat more fiber, you're essentially investing in a healthier, more diverse gut ecosystem, and the returns are enormous. Here's a surprising fact that most people don't know. Fiber can actually help reduce your risk of certain cancers, particularly colorectal cancer. The World Health Organization classifies processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen, but eating high amounts of fiber is consistently associated with a significantly lower risk of colorectal cancer in large-scale studies. One major analysis looking at nearly 2 million people found that for every 10 grams of fiber added to the diet daily, the risk of colorectal cancer dropped by about 10%. That is a big deal, and it barely gets talked about. Now let's bust a common myth real quick. A lot of people think eating more fiber is just about going to the bathroom more often. And while yes, fiber absolutely supports healthy digestion and regularity, that's like saying a car is just something that goes fast. Fiber is involved in blood sugar regulation, heart health, weight management, mental health via the gut-brain axis, which is the direct communication highway between your gut and your brain, and it even influences hormone levels. So if you've been sleeping on fiber, now is your wake-up call. So how do you actually start Fibermaxxing in a way that doesn't leave you bloated and miserable? This is key, because one of the biggest mistakes people make is ramping up too fast. Your gut bacteria need time to adapt to a higher fiber environment, so go slow and drink plenty of water. Here's a simple 3-step approach to get started. First, add one high-fiber food to each meal. Beans and lentils are absolute fiber champions. A single cup of cooked lentils gives you about 16 grams. Chia seeds are another powerhouse, just 2 tablespoons pack around 10 grams. Avocados, oats, broccoli, berries, and whole grains are all excellent choices too. Second, swap refined grains for whole grains wherever you can. That means choosing whole wheat bread over white bread, brown rice over white rice, and oatmeal over sugary cereals. These swaps alone can add 8 to 12 extra grams of fiber to your day without much effort. Third, add vegetables to everything. Sneak spinach into your smoothies, toss extra veggies into your sauces, and make half your plate vegetables at dinner. This strategy is simple, sustainable, and incredibly effective. One thing Fibermaxxers swear by is something called the bean protocol, essentially making legumes a daily staple in your diet. Beans are uniquely special because they contain a type of fiber called resistant starch, which bypasses digestion in the small intestine and reaches the colon intact, where it feeds the most beneficial gut bacteria. People who follow traditional diets heavy in legumes, like Mediterranean and Blue Zone populations, those are the regions of the world where people live the longest, consistently show better metabolic health, lower rates of obesity, and longer lifespans. Coincidence? The research says definitely not. Now let's talk about fiber supplements for a second, because they do have a place. Psyllium husk, inulin, and partially hydrolyzed guar gum are all research-backed options that can help bridge the gap if you're struggling to get enough fiber from food alone. But here's the thing, whole food fiber comes packaged with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and phytonutrients that no supplement can fully replicate. So always prioritize food first, and use supplements as a backup, not a replacement. Here's the bottom line. The fibermaxxing trend is one of the rare internet health crazes that is genuinely, solidly backed by decades of nutrition science. Eating more fiber feeds your gut bacteria, reduces inflammation, stabilizes blood sugar, supports heart health, aids in weight management, and may even protect you against serious diseases. And the best part? The foods that are highest in fiber are also some of the most affordable foods on the planet. We're talking beans, oats, fruits, vegetables, and seeds. Your body has been waiting for this upgrade. Start small, be consistent, and give your gut a few weeks to adjust. Most people who commit to boosting their fiber intake report feeling noticeably better within 2 to 4 weeks. More energy, better digestion, fewer cravings, and even improved mood. Your gut bacteria are literally cheering you on right now, they just need you to feed them. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, it seriously helps this channel grow and get this information to more people who need it. Subscribe if you haven't already because every single week we're bringing you the latest in health science, fitness tips, and wellness strategies that actually work. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's your biggest struggle when it comes to eating healthy? I read every single one. And while you're here, go check out our video on gut health foods that naturally reduce bloating, I'll link it right here. I'll see you in the next one.